The 2020 census was met with a myriad of challenges that were sure to impact the accuracy of the count. The pandemic, natural disasters, and the citizenship question debate were all issues that census experts noted as barriers to people accurately completing or even submitting the census survey. While under and over census counts are common, these issues may have been heightened this time around. Simulations that compared 2020 census projections with 2010 results suggest that the nation's Black population may have been undercounted by a rate of more than 3 times as high as 2010. They also show that Black children may have been undercounted at a rate of 10 times as high compared to 10 years ago. The full scope of the undercount and overcounts will not be confirmed until next year when the U.S. Census Bureau releases its modified race data. The magnitude of the undercount in Black communities could severely affect funding and representation for many years to come, primarily because census numbers impact approximately $1.5 trillion in government spending across 316 federal programs yearly. Medicare, Medicaid, Section 8 vouchers, Head Start programs, and income tax credits are among the resources and benefits that could be adversely impacted. The underfunding and under-resourcing of Black communities could create a dire situation for many families as they attempt to recover economically from the pandemic. Joining us to discuss is Census Senior Advisor for the National Urban League, Jeri Green, and Associate Professor of History at the University of Pittsburgh, Keisha N. Ms. Green, so just try to explain to our viewers how Black people, particularly Black children, could have been undercounted to such an incredible degree.
Oh my. A lot of it has to do with trust, or I should say distrust, in the federal government. People are afraid that, in our community, we have extended families, we have play cousins, we got play sisters and brothers who live in our household. We take in children while other parts of our family, kind of get their lives together. No one wants to feel like this information might be sent to a landlord who might say, hey, you got 2 extra kids here. That's one of the issues. Another thing is people sometimes don't understand that children are supposed to be counted in the census. So that's a part of the education and outreach that organizations like the National Urban League have to do, to say, yes, if your child is 1 day old, the child needs to be counted in the census. So a lot of it is awareness. A lot of it is distrust. A lot of our Black immigrants in our community, we have a growing population of Black immigrants. A tenth of the Black population are foreign born. So, that's a lot of education and outreach and a lot of distrust. And in fact, this last census, there are many of us who had lots of reasons to distrust this federal government and the leadership. All of that was a factor.
Professor Blain, many of the things that Ms. Green was describing are absolutely true, but also have existed prior to the pandemic. How did the pandemic exacerbate the things that Ms. Green was already talking about?
In so many ways. I mean, I think just even at a practical level, we have to remember how Black and Brown communities in particular were devastated by the pandemic. So many people were dealing with loss. So many people were just struggling. I mean, I think, of course, the census is important, but I suspect many people were not thinking about filling out the census as they were trying to figure out how to take care of loved ones, as they were trying to figure out how to meet the basic medical needs, and at a moment where resources were limited and so many challenges were evident in the community. So I think that is certainly part of it. People, their attention, were divided, understandably so, with everything that was going on.
Ms. Green, how do we parse out the disparity though? So not even Latinos were according to simulations, were undercounted to the degree that Black people were. They were dealing with also massive losses because of the pandemic. What made the Black community, particularly stand out in this way?
So this is the first census where there was a digital divide. This is the first internet-based census. So we have urban internet deserts as well as rural ones. So there was a digital divide. A lot of our people did not get on the internet to fill out the census. And then a large number of our population was required to knock on the door. And those knocks on the door sometimes didn't come. Sometimes there was no knock on the door. And then with the Trump administration appealing to the US Supreme Court to abruptly terminate the census in the middle of all that really did adversely impact our communities. And in fact, the census operations in and of themselves were just a mess. So there were schedule changes, operations stopped and started and stopped again, and there were staffing shortages. People who look like you and I may not have been hired. There may not have been enough hiring in our community to knock on those doors. So all in all, it was just a number of factors that led to the undercount. Not the least of which was distrust of the government.
Professor Blain, it's not like the census didn't know that there were going to be undercount issues. Experts ahead of the census kept saying, this is a problem. Conducting a census in the middle of a pandemic alone is a huge hurdle. Why did the people at the U.S. Census Bureau plan better to make sure that this didn't happen?
Mm-hmm. Well, the argument has always been a lack of resources, and rather a shortage of resources. And so, the argument was, yes, we understand that we would need to spend more money, but where is the funding? That's the big question. And, as we mentioned earlier in talking about the Trump administration, they did not provide adequate funding. They did not, ultimately, they pulled back resources when they should have extended resources. And not surprisingly, we ended up in a situation just as in the midst of a pandemic when we needed more people on the ground. Of course, the challenges of COVID-19 made it difficult. And then although, even more so than opening up to, the census being available online didn't necessarily alleviate all of the challenges.
Ms. Green, we won't know a more accurate count until next year, but the Census Bureau has already sent out its data to the states to redistrict based on this undercount. It will already be done. They can't go back
Indeed,
and undo the districts. So what are the recourses here? What do we do?
Well, I want to mention too, in addition to the redistricting numbers that already reflect an undercount, we need to understand too, for instance, there's prison-based gerrymandering that's baked into the census process. So the African Americans comprise 12% of the population, US population, but 40% of the prison population. That entire population is not counted in our community. So we start at a deficit. They count prisoners at the location of their prisons, which are in rural, conservative, white geographic areas. So that's money already out the door, that 1.5 trillion you talked about. So what can we do? We need to advocate for it because they're not going to change those numbers that were apportioned. New York State lost a congressional seat because 84 people were not counted in the census. That numbers we have to live with for the next 10 years. But we want to know why. The National Urban League wants to know what happened at this census. We need granular data to show where these undercounts occurred so local governments and all can restructure their budgets to address this and provide services and address these needs based on this realistic count. We need data, and we hope that your listening audience will contact members of the Congressional Black Caucus, members of their own congressional caucuses as well statewide, and tell them we want data on this undercount so our decision-making process, so businesses and others will understand where these needs really are. We're not going to get granular data at this point.
Right. Professor Blain, in the same vein, there's a $3.5 trillion Build Back Better plan floating around Congress. We don't know if it'll be approved, but if it is, there'll be tremendous pressure to get that money out the door as quickly as possible because Biden's approval ratings are slipping a bit, and all of those people want to be able to go home and campaign that they brought home the bacon to their local districts. That money will go out also based on a massive undercount.
Yep.
Just give me your feelings
Exactly.
about that.
It's frustrating because ultimately that will lead to exacerbating inequality, right? That already exists. We're talking about communities that are under resourced. We're talking about communities that need as many resources as possible, not only in terms of the educational sector, but even just basic infrastructure. And so having funds go out too quickly as we're waiting to learn more about the results, as we're waiting for the data to figure out exactly where the undercounting took place, it means that the communities that needed the resources above all else and ends up being the ones shortchanged. So it is frustrating to hear this.
Jeri Green, thank you for joining us tonight. Professor Blain, I have your book on my nightstand. I haven't started yet, but I promise that I will very soon. Thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate it.